Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're going to do the artificial fruit pen tool challenge. Let's take a look at what we're going to do here. You know this, you can read this if you want. Alright, so we're going to find a picture of a piece of fruit. We're going to use fruit because it's smooth and it has a simple shape and it's going to be easy, because I'm going to have really high expectations on the perfectness of this thing, so I wanted something easy to get started with. We're going to do something a little more challenging later. But anyway, so for now, stick with a piece of fruit. It's going to work just fine for this project. Alright, so here's what we have to do. So we start off with, we're going to go to the internet, and we're going to find a piece of fruit, and I found this, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to save image as, and I'm going to save it in my, we're going to save it in my folder with my name on it, in the Creative Apps folder, in our Illustrator folder, in a folder called Artificial Fruit, in a folder called Assets, and I'm going to save it there. Okay? Alright, so you do that. Find you shouldn't be, well, it could be cherries. It doesn't have to be cherries. It can be any fruit, but something with a nice simple shape will be great. Alright, next, we're going to open up Adobe Illustrator, and we're going to make a new document. So we're going to go File, New, and we're going to make a document that's 11 by 8.5. No, that's not right. 8.5 by 11. 8.5 by 11. We're going to click OK. So we're going to have something like this. All right. So next, we're going to go File, and we're going to go Place, and we're going to find that picture, and we're going to place it. Okay. And we're going to hit Place, and it's going to put it right in here. Okay. And then you're going to resize it and all that, and get it the right size. Okay. And then you're going to name the layer Cherries JPEG or Potato JPEG or whatever the fruit is. Okay. And you're going to put it on here. By the way, if it's something too lame and simple, like I just thought of this, a potato's just not going to work. It's got to be a nice curvy fruit. Okay, so once I have this layer here and named, then I'm going to lock it because I just want it to sit here. I don't want to mess around with it. And I'm going to create a new layer called Cherry 1 Outline. Okay, so I'm going to click that, make this thing, and this is where I'm going to outline it. All right, so for now though, I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to call it Lumpy, because I'm going to show you what I do. That didn't work. I'm going to call it Lumpy. Okay, I double click on it and click OK. Alright, so I'm going to be working on this lumpy layer. Okay, so let's make this a little bit bigger. Alright, here's what I don't want. Don't get the pen tool and go like this. Click, click. I'm making a lot of anchor points. Okay, I'm making lots and lots. Look how fast this is. This is amazingly fast. I'm just like, I'm whipping through this thing. Woo, this is awesome. Okay, but it's not really awesome though, because I'm going to show you why. So we're going to go through here and there. Okay, now I'm going to turn this layer off. Okay, can you see all the little lumps in here? Hey, lumps are bad. I want beautifulness and smoothness. So lumps are very bad. All right, let's go to our PowerPoint slideshow real quick and let's take a look where we're at. Where is our PowerPoint slideshow? Okay, we've done all this already. Okay, so write this down. These are notes. More anchors equals a lumpy drawing. The less the anchors, the smoother the drawing. Smooth is good. Smooth is beautiful. Okay, draw with as few anchor points as possible. Write that down. Okay, let's see what's on the next slide. All right, take a look at this. See this thing right here? Here's the shape we want. Less lumpy, nice and smooth. This is a valley. Okay, it's kind of the bottom. See right there? That would probably be the top of the curve right there. So valley, top of the curve. We have kind of another top of the curve right here. Either one there or there, probably there. Okay, so here's kind of a top of a curve. So here's a top, here's a top. Right between those is another top. So we need to find all the tops of the curves and the valleys of the curves, because that is what we are going to use for our drawing. All right, so let's go and take a look at how we're really going to do this thing. Alright, so we're going to turn on our cherries, and we're going to go to our Cherry 1 Outline layer, and we're going to make it visible, or else we can't use it. Alright, so we're going to go to the pen tool, and we're going to start with our valley. Okay, we'll start with the valley, and we'll make a nice curve. So the next point, we skip all these other things, we go to the very top of our curve. Right there would probably be a good point, and then we drag this. Now notice this, look, the handles should not go in. See how the handle's going into our drawing? Okay, see how that handle's going into the drawing? We don't do that. Okay, and so we kind of do something like this. So we choose our next point. Okay, there's a top of the curve, probably right here. There's a nice top of the curve. And again, not into it, but along the width of it. Okay, something like that. We click here, and we drag it. There we go. Now this one may work out poorly. Let's see. No, it worked out all right. Sometimes you have to go. well, this one is a little tricky. We'll have to go back and fix that one. Okay, that one came out, but we'll have to fix that handle, but we'll do it later. All right, let's go to the top of the curve here, and that didn't come out good either. Well, we'll adjust both of those. We go to the top of this curve right there, and then we'll click back here to finish it. And we'll finish it. Okay, so now at this point we're going to have to go back and fix some stuff. But it's a good start. Let's go to our PowerPoint slideshow real quick, and we're going to see what's next. Alright, so this is what we have to do next, is tune up the path. You have to go back and tune it up. Okay, so you're going to answer these questions. What can you do with the direct selection tool? What can you do with the convert anchor point tool? And what can you do with the add anchor point tool? Let's go and figure out what we're going to do with these things. Alright, so first of all, let's see, the first place we blew it is probably right there. So we're going to go to the direct selection tool. We're going to click off, and then we're going to click on, and that handle needs to be adjusted. So we're going to drag that handle out a little bit, in a little bit, until we get it just right. Okay, and then this one needs to be dragged out a little bit till we get it just right. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Same thing, we click off, we click on our anchor point, and we're going to drag this handle out a little bit. Okay, and then this one, let's see here. We're going to mess around with this one. We actually might need to move this anchor point. Let's move this one, anchor point there. There we go. So now we're in business right there. Right there. Okay, so we're pretty close right there. Okay, and then let's take a look at this one. This one we could probably adjust a little bit. So we'll drag that handle out a little bit. Drag this handle out a little bit. There we go. Good. All right. So I think we have a pretty good start. The other thing you can do is, like, if you see something like, oh, I just really don't like this at all, you can go to the add anchor point tool, and so you can say I need to add an anchor point right there, and then you can go to the direct selection tool, and you can move that one anchor point. And that can be helpful too. Okay. All right. So actually, we could probably do that right here too. So if we click here, we might want to add an anchor point there. Go to the direct selection tool, and we can move individual anchor points. All right. So between that, if you keep doing that, you'll get it just right. Okay. Okay. So that is the first step of this project, is to get these outlines. Make sure as you're doing it, you put everything on separate layers. Actually, that's the next slide in the slideshow. Let's take a look. All right, answer these questions. All right, you should be able to know what those things do at this point. All right, layers. Use separate layers for each shape. Give each layer a good name. Okay, so for example, one cherry will go on one layer, the other cherry will go on the other layer, a stem will go on another layer, and give them each good names. It'll save you hassle in the long run. Ready, break.